to all of my loved ones. How are you doing? This is Love Marlene 411, your channel for self help, self healing, trauma healing, all of the things. Today we're talking about to um, to be kind and to not be a fool. Um, and this is a self love topic. This channel is all about self love, making better, wiser, healthier decisions in our life, and not being controlled, used, distracted, and manipulated into thinking we have to do anything for anyone in our lives. And it can go from any relationship, from your children to a spouse, a friend, your relatives, workmates, anybody. We have to learn that we can be kind, but not to be used, not to be played, because people will play games with you. Most definitely, and especially they will play games with your heart. People will play games with your feelings, and be very disrespectful. So we are the ones that have to show up for ourselves. We are the one that has to show up at the table mature, and to not be distracted, to not let other people distract us, to not let situations distract us, to not let ourselves be controlled by emotions. And I think that's a big problem for many people. Hi, Miss Betty. I think a lot of people allow themselves to be controlled by their emotions, and there's many decisions that is not an emotional one. This is a decision for your physical health or your finances or just your well-being. We can't always stay in our emotions because we're always going to be upset. You will always be angry and upset if you stay and vibrate in your emotions. You have to make logical decisions. Is this for my benefit, or is this only benefiting other people? And I think many of us think that we're such a good person that we're showing up for everybody, right? And that people pleasing spirit, that savior complex, feeling that we need to save everybody, save our friends, save our relatives, save your kids, save your husband, save your wife, save your coworkers. We have to stop thinking about saving other people and think about saving ourselves. And it means showing up for ourselves and finding out what do we really want, and allowing ourselves to do what is best for us. And doing what's best for you is going to make people upset, because you will not be controlled anymore. You will not be manipulated. You will not do things to make everybody happy. And that is a part of self-love, not always trying to make everybody happy, but learning to make ourselves happy. What do I personally want? And that part of self-love is usually something that we learned in our adulthood. It's not inside of a relationship, romantically, or a friendship, or your relatives or your kids or whoever. It's thinking, how am I doing? Am I happy? Is my cup filled up? Am I taking care of myself in the best way possible? And if I'm not, why not? What am I doing to shift that? I grew up almost my entire life always feeling that I needed to help, to rescue, and to save everybody. And that savior complex will ruin you. The savior complex will put you in an early casket. Not trying to be fake or anything. I'm being realistic. We have to be honest with ourselves. You could bend over backwards, do all of these things for everybody in your life, and all people will say is, I didn't ask you to do it, or I don't care, or As long as you can do it, they're going to allow you to keep doing it until you break, until you have a mental, a financial, or a physical, or a combination of the three. So, to be real with you guys, self love is mandatory, it's important. And there is absolutely nobody that is going to love you like you love yourself. It means you got to show up for you. And you have to set those boundaries. And you have to say no and mean it and stand 10 toes down on your decisions. People will be mad when you are not going to allow them to play games with you. People don't like it when they won't know your business anymore. But part of self-love is being healthy, being healed, not being distracted, and refusing to allow yourself to be controlled. Because I have to tell you guys that when I finally took my power back and I was able to ask myself first, what do I want? Not asking what do my relatives want or my friends want or what will make other people have a smile on their face, but thinking about, is this something that I can financially, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally handle? And if I can't, I need to choose myself first. And the majority of adults don't do that. They always think about making their spouse or their friends or their children or their workplace or whatever happy and never thinking about themselves. So we have to make some changes as mature women, as mature men, not just thinking about keeping other people happy, but thinking, what do I want? What do I need? What do I deserve? Oh, because who is going to be there to save and rescue you if you don't save and rescue yourself? And it means that you're going to have to pull back from some people. It may, for some, mean you may have to develop a backbone. You may have to develop that backbone pretty strong. And people will be upset with you and say things like, you've changed. Absolutely, you have changed. When you stop letting people run over you like a rug, you stop letting people stab you in the back, stop letting people disrespect you. Of course, there's going to be people who are going to fall out, fall off, talk about you like a dog, be very disrespectful to you. But then that's how you're going to identify who are your people and who aren't your people. It's easy. It's not complicated at all. Don't be upset and asking, why don't they like you? Because people don't like to see when you have standards. People don't like to see someone happy and at peace and doing good things in their life. People want to see you at their level or lower. They want to be able to either step on you or to be able to look down on you. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you healthy and healed and doing all of the things that you want to do in your life. They want to see you miserable and stuck and complaining about life. So at the end of the day, it's up to us, loved ones, to make some better choices, vibrating higher and loving yourself. So I just wanted to tap in with this conversation on today and to say, self-love is your choice. What will you do for yourself? What sacrifices will you make? How will you show up for yourself? How will you put on your own oxygen mask and not let people play games with you? It's all up to us. We're the only ones that can do it. You have to have standards, but it is very difficult when you have enabled people to disable them, when you've thought that the way that you've done it all along is that's the only way. And there is many ways to get to happy and many ways to get to peace. And the way to get to happy and peace is dropping those toxic people, dropping the users and the manipulators, the control people, and the people who don't want you to do you and be happy. Anybody who does not care about your mental health, about your boundaries, the standards, then release them and let them go. You will be so much happier when you stop trying to fill up other people's cup and worry about your own. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Love Marlene 411, and we are doing lunchtime chats, another self-love topic. I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And if you're watching in the replay, leave me a comment below, and I will tap in on the next one.